Well, Art Mile Detroit is giving dozens of artists, galleries, and organizations across Detroit the chance to show off their work this week in a virtual setting. Let's check back in with 7 Action News reporter Jennifer Ann Wilson, who's got more on what we can expect to see.
Good morning, everyone. As that lightning and rain is just coming down outside again, I'm cozy in my home, hanging out with Bridget, learning about Art Mile. And Bridget, one of the things I love about this is the variety of art galleries involved. Some of them I'd never heard of before. So can you give us a rundown of maybe some of the galleries that maybe some of our viewers hadn't heard of before either?
Yeah, of course. I mean, one of the really fun things for us in terms of pulling this together was to kind of review all the spaces that we knew of here in Detroit, and then learning about more. And the ability to bring those kind of smaller spaces into a platform where there's a direct involvement with institutions like Cranbrook, for example. So one of the kind of newer spaces that I was able to participate is called 48 Hour. And they have a group exhibition on the platform now with local artists from Detroit that are fantastic. And their whole platform is basically that they bring artists to a space to do like an install, a residency for 48 hours. So they work with an artist to build a show for that time frame, and then they have a big event, and that's it. So that's kind of a really, just an interesting kind of different way of working.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's very exciting. And then some of the other spaces that you'll see, like 333 Midland, for example, that's they have a wonderful exhibition space, but also it's sort of centered around artist studios. So that's kind of been a very fun way to kind of rethink the idea of exhibition space, where it might actually be centered in an artist's kind of idea of making, but there's also a place to view art within that context.
Right, so that is one building with individual studios and spaces for at least a dozen artists, I think. It actually is home to a nice handful.
Yeah, and that space is in Highland Park. There's also a space called Cave in the Russell Industrial Center that has a similar sort of setup, where they have, I think, about 12 artists that work in a space together, and then they also plan projects together around that space.
We're going to have more information about the entire event on our website at WXYZ.com. I highly encourage you to check it out. You can get virtual tours of some of the galleries, as well as the variety of live events taking place virtually this week.